Hi, Flosstube. It's Lisa Smith, Kindred Stitcher. Today is December 28th, I think. And let's see, Christmas was Wednesday. Today's Sunday. This is Flosstube video 43, and this is a channel about cross stitch. So you have a little bit different view right in the background of my craft room. This is on the other end of the room from where I normally shoot my videos, and this is my fabric stash. These are for quilts. I have a whole nother pile that are project bag material and new quilt material. But I have a stash of chick flicks over here and my TV. Once the TV came into this craft room, I had offered it to my kids, my boys, for a man cave, and they didn't want it until the cool TV came in here. Then they all of a sudden wanted it, and I was like, too late, too late. I've already painted it and made it my own, so you are out of luck. Welcome, and I hope you all had a great Christmas and are looking forward to a good new year. I would say that we were pretty chill this year. I didn't decorate except for putting 4 pillows out and a few cross-stitch Christmas pieces. We had family come in on Friday, and actually Christmas Day was sort of a free day for us, so we did some cleanup and got ready for our family that came in on Friday. And they just left today. We have 2 kids still at the house, and they're going to take off on New Year's Day. So we're enjoying them, but I'm telling you, empty nest, when they're gone and they come back, they make a mess. That hasn't changed. They still leave their stuff everywhere. Don't put the dishes in the dishwasher. Drive me a little crazy, but I love them. You love them for who they are. So I have been busy in the last few weeks because I haven't spent time baking, decorating, or making cookies. I've just been working and stitching. So it's been a very peaceful holiday season. I will start by showing you maybe, let's see, a kind stitcher sent me, she's an anonymous benefactress. She every once in a while drops me like a mailer full of some older patterns, and it's so much fun because A, it's unexpected. It is like opening a treasure chest. You don't know what's going to be inside. And so here's a just cross stitch from 1984. And I realize that some of you might not even have been born by then, but I was a sophomore in high school. There are, the pictures in here are fantastic. But here's some samplers from, 1980, 84. And advertisements more than anything, but some good stuff. Hold on just a second, I'll show you. I won't give you a complete look at everything, but where did that go? Hold please. Oh, here. This is Samplers, Legacies from the Past. Look at this one. Now that pattern's not in the book. I don't know if you can see it very well, but isn't that fantastic? And it makes me kind of sad when you can run across the sampler and it looks like, they've been smoking a pipe next to it for 200 years. It kind of gets dark and dingy, but that was one of the things she sent me. The Point of the Needle, which is another, I'm not a big book collector of needlework, but I'm telling you, that could be the next rabbit hole that I fall down through. There are just great, periodic pieces in here, and it's not just limited to cross stitch. Like there's this is like more of an embroidery, and which reminds me sort of Nicola Parkman. She has a variety of stitches and samplers that she produces, a lot of band samplers, very inspirational. So I have oodles and oodles of sketches for designs and things in my head that I'm looking forward to one day producing. Got a lot of things planned, I just got to get there. This Keepsake Calendar, okay, so this probably is just not my style, but that Quaker is. That is a praiseworthy stitches. Let me see if I can get you to focus right on that. Well, yeah, I think that's good. The colors in that are fantastic, and it's sort of that fall theme. So I enjoyed that, and there was a Scottish sampler. I'll just show the picture because there's the chart's a hand-drawn chart. Isn't that cool? I don't know if you'd ever find this because the instructions are all typed on a typewriter. And so I just want to say thank you to the person who drops that sweet special stuff in the mail. I really appreciate it. And then my girl Lori, textilist. It's so wonderful having stitching friends. And y'all are my friends. So I thank all of you for the wonderful things that you contribute on Instagram and Flosstube and all the great conversation. Lori made this Mondo bag. So this is the coolest bag. It is big enough. It's made out of French general fabric, which read, "Please, thank you." And it will fit a lot of my project bags in it, so I can take it to a retreat. And every quarter of the bag has a pocket that you can tuck some things into. But this bag is like, you could put a small human in here. Yet it folds up nice and flat. If you just want to, pack it in a bag to take it like this, you can. Thank you, Lori. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And she also gave me a wool applique book this is Rebecca Smith. So we go shopping, and I'm telling you, we're co-enablers for sure. Wool applique is in my future. I very much enjoy it. In fact, I did some, y'all saw on Instagram, and just went a little bit crazy for them. They're tomato pin cushions that I put on little candle holders I got from Hobby Lobby. In fact, I bought the little candle holders when they were half off online at Hobby Lobby for a couple bucks a piece. And then I gave those as Christmas gifts. I'll insert a picture here. They are so cute. And several people asked if I was going to make them and post them on my Instagram sale page, Kindred Stitcher Designs. And well, I would love to say yes. I would make like 2 cents an hour. So the answer is going to be no. But the pattern I got from retromama.com. I think it's an Etsy store, Retro Mama. And the pattern is very reasonable. It's very easy to follow as well. I could do it on the first try, and it was not hard for me to figure out what she was telling me to do. They were so much fun to make. I gifted them all, so I'm going to have to make myself one. But it's sort of the top of the tomato is appliqued by fusing 2 pieces of fabric together, and you can instead use wool if you would want. The edges would be not as maybe frayed, or they would be a cleaner edge on wool. So thanks, Lori. And then last, Lori gave me, this was a birthday gift. This is also a birthday gift. A project bag she made, and it's French general fabric. And she put Country Sampler's ribbon on it. When we went to Country Sampler on our grand tour this spring, she at that time got the I don't remember if it was then or an order later, but she asked for that ribbon that they put on their items that they maybe wrap or gift as a sale item, and she put it on the bag as a remembrance. So she's so thoughtful. Thanks, Lori. And let's see what else. I'm looking at my stuff. I have my ironing board in front of me because it's very highly technological at my house. Not. The giveaways that I had done before, the Paula Vaughn went unclaimed. That was Deborah Butler. So I redrew, and I've commented on your comment on video. I think it's 39 of mine. Danette Hutchinson. Danette, D-E-N-E-T-T-E, Hutchinson, H-U-T-C-H-I-N-S-O-N. If you would like this, please email me. And I put on your comment in the video, I put the email address to email me. But this is the one that's half done, and it's it's more than half done. It's mostly done. It's my first non-Aida cross stitch. It's on an even weave. And it was one of my stitch nines. It's one that I gave up. So, and I only have one stitch nine that I haven't finished, and I probably won't finish it this year, but that's okay, because I got a lot done unexpectedly and framed and on the walls. So I'm really grateful for that. I had a great time with stitch 9. Then also I had these in giveaways. The forest was Kelly Hull or Hale. This one was yours. And L'Oreal 13, I think I did hear from you. Yours was the Christmas one. I think L'Oreal, Loriele 13. I'm going to look, but I think you responded to me. And this one is the Gift of Peace, was Donna Dorman. And all of these come with the $25 gift card to the LNS or online shop of your choice. So get back to me. Are you going to miss out on something cool? So that's the giveaways from last time. And so would you like to see haul next? Or maybe whips and FOs? All right, we'll do whips and FOs. Gosh, I was busy. I did a little bit more on the Mirabilia I started and showed you in the last video. This is, what is her name? I could see the pattern down there, but I don't remember the name. I'll insert the name here. Right here. I really just did a little bit more on this one. I did not do a lot. I did some of the blue here. I started across and I'll start filling in. Now she comes with about 500 charms. So it's not a cheap one to get through Mill Hill Beads and Charms, but it's adorable. I mean, it's a Mirabilia. It's going to have that. It's gorgeous. I can't wait for her to develop enough that I can, it's not wide enough for me to put an 11 by 17 if it was. Maybe if I put it vertically, if it was, then I could bead as I go. But as it is, I'll just do all my stitching and then do all my beading. And I use invisible thread. Some people use Nymo thread, which I understand works really well. I don't usually use DMC because I'm too lazy to change the thread when the colors of the beads change. I like the invisible thread. It works for me, not for everyone, but I like it. And then I was into Christmas stitching. So I picked up, oh, please let me pull it up for you. Where did it go? Well, oh yeah, here it is. Okay. Sorry. This is a club kit from Dying to Stitch, Pineberry Lane's Christmas Time Sewing Roll. Amy from Amy Loves Toads, she finished this. This is a whip. I started this after finishing another club kit that I have not FFO'd yet, but this is how far. I think I sat down one day and stitched this. It went pretty quick, and the colors are I mean, the colors, come on. It's red and pink. I love it. We're starting to lose the light here, so I'm holding things a little bit at a slant. I love it. And so I want to stitch for hours all day, every day. But I, have to take care of my family. So there is that. And then what else? Ann Dale. So Ann Dale, Big and Beautiful, is a whip that I started, oh gosh, probably 2017. And look at how pretty this is. It is so delicate and pretty. And it's by Shakespeare's Peddler. I guess I don't have any more information than what's on the cover page. Ann Dale, Big and Beautiful. You can get it from Teresa Kitten Stitcher's website. This is actually stitched on pear. Does it look like it's stitched on pear? It doesn't. It looks like it's stitched on, maybe platinum. But it's stitched on pear. And here are the threads. They're all the reds, the pinks, the light colors. I did add one light silk, and I did the overdyed threads. And now this is how big. This is 40 count vintage patina that I'm stitching it on. Look how big it is. This is on 40 count. It's going to be huge. Big and Beautiful is the appropriate name. But this look at that border. Is that not gorgeous? I am obsessed with this. Now, here's the deal. Someone, when I showed this before, someone sent me a link to a document where there's some errors in the chart. One of them has to do with the border, and it's just the way the waves flow, and I really could care less about that, honestly. I am not a purist. I'm not. And that's okay. Some people are, and some people aren't. But the other has to do with where the motifs are centered on the page, and I have stitched this one and just the very top of this one. And what I might end up doing, we will see. I might just change some spacing. I might take this out and just respace these three, stitch these two where they are, and then respace these three, because they're not centered like it shows on this. This is the original. You can see it's like the midline between your teeth. It's really pretty centered, but for some reason on the pattern it's not. It just requires you to move motifs left to the left or the right. But I spent quite a bit of time yesterday and today stitching on that. Well, two of my boys and I completely binge watched 2 seasons of Lost in Space on Netflix, and it is really, really well done. It reminded me of the early Star Wars movies. There's the one gal, God, you'd love to hate her. She's Dr. Smith. I'm not going to spoil it, but go watch it. If you're looking for something new to watch on Netflix and you enjoy that kind of stuff, I recommend it. It's amazing. Lost in Space. Lost. Oh, that was Land of the Lost. Land of the Lost. You can tell I'm a certain vintage, right? All right. So those were my whips that I worked on, but I do have a start and a finish. This was another club kit from Dying to Stitch, Pineberry Lane. I love her stuff. Love, love, love this. This one is Merry and Bright. These will probably come out in a year, maybe next Christmas. Usually the club kits come out in about a year. Occasionally club kits are not released. Depends on the terms of the agreement between the shop and the designer, but current releases are usually around a year. So this is on R&R Creme Brulee. Is that not adorable? I enjoyed this so thoroughly. And then this is you make a bag out of it. And so, yeah, some of them make a bag out of it. I've got the finishing materials and I loved this. Loved it, loved it, loved it. So I need a finishing day coming up, I think. And then my last FFO, I was going to show you in my last video. It wasn't quite done though. And it is Love of Two Hearts by Long Dog Sampler. This was personalized to be my husband's wedding sampler, my husband and my wedding sampler. So we have the year that we got married. His initials are T, mine's an L. These are the called for colors, except the green. I think it called for maybe endive, and I stitched it with a XG design that I had because endive was like mining gold. It's hard to find sometimes. But I really, really love this, and just it turned out so cute. I can't wait to frame it. I might set that to Jill Runsell. We'll see. We'll see. But I could pay for a retreat instead of send things to Jill Runsell. So I have to make choices, hard choices. So let's talk about haul because that's what I have left. And I was on, I think this was Teresa's website. Was this from Teresa? I can't remember if it was Teresa. I think it was. I think she showed some of these, but look at this. Look at that thread keep. Wouldn't that be a great cross stitch, right? A postage Santa, postage card Santa. It's got some heft to it. And then I picked up this Brenda Gervais. That's probably the only one of hers I don't have, I think. This one's called A Shepherd Sampler. And it's so quaint. It's so, look at her little people, the little shepherd. And that, I don't know if that's a cat or a dog or a chupacabra. I don't know what it is. And I got Zelda. This memorabilia came out in 2019, I believe. Does it say? Oh, 2018. And she's phenomenally gorgeous. I just don't know why I didn't pick her up. I was going to pick her up and I just picked other things up instead. So I picked that up. I picked this up off of Stash and Load. And I have had my eye on this. It was on my wish list, I think. And so I am all into Quakers. After I watched and listened to Vonna and Gary Parr talk about Quaker samplers, I was all in. Then the last one I picked up was Blackbird Designs. Was that Frosty's Night Out? which isn't this adorable, but it is really not traditional Blackbird designs. It's kind of fun to see them step out of their norm and do something different. So last is some haul that I bought for myself. So I sell project bags on my Instagram page, and I do it when I can. Now I have some goals of some things that I want to do this year. So, but before I got to that, I sold project bags to pick up this because I really wanted this. And I saw Carol Saltbox Stitcher show this on her channel too. And I have had my eye on this. Oh, it's so gorgeous. So I bought the kit with the pre-cuts in it from Edita Sitar's site, her Etsy site. So what I love about pre-cuts is everything is cut exactly as you need it to be. So it's all laser cut. It's perfectly cut. Yes, I paid $20 more for that. Money well spent, because cutting out those little fiddly things is not my super strength. So this was a gift to myself. And then because I was being very generous to myself, and I saw this one come up because the editor was showing on her Instagram page, and her brand name is Laundry Basket Quilts. I just love everything that she makes. She is really, like, that is my aesthetic. I love it. She showed this as a Christmas quilt. She showed it in this colorway, and she showed it in red and green, which I have a lot of red and green, but I like to mix it up too. I do have an affinity for blue. I love, love, love blue. So I also picked up the fabric, the quilt fabric, to make this quilt. And my goal is to piece it and make it, and then I'll go visit Lori in her new house in Sisters. Well, she's got a house there, but she's going to move there. When her long arm quilt gets set up, then I'll go over and she can show me how to use it, and we'll make it. I love this line of fabric so much that I bought it in 3 colorways. These are fat quarter bundles, and there you go. I have to sew more of this to make room for that. What else? I'm having so much fun, you guys. 2019 was such a blessed year. It wasn't without strife. It wasn't without difficulties, but God has shown my family and I favor this year, and I'm so grateful. And I hope that every year is like this. I don't know if it will be, but I have been blessed to meet several of you at retreats, at stitching meetups. The network of stitchers that I have as friends is just, it's blowing up. And I just love you guys. I am so grateful. I'm having so much fun with this craft project, and I look forward to doing more of this in the future, and really diving into designing. I have to be careful not to commit to too much. So we'll see when that starts to completely fully develop, but you'll know as soon as the tides change for me on that front. So have a great new year. I will probably film a whip parade in January, and I just hope you all have a wonderful new year. Take care.